What is going on, everyone? Commodore Labs here today, bringing to you a Tower of God discussion video. And today I'll be talking about a character that I'm going to be creating and placing into the Tower of God universe. Now, big shout out to my man, Nia D. Hemmings, who tagged me in this about a month, maybe 5 weeks ago to be exact. Yeah, kind of late, my bad. But basically, we're going to be creating our own Tower of God character. Based on these 5 questions going back to Nia's video, which I'll have a link down in the description below so you guys can go and check that out and see for yourself. Basically, kind of similar to Tony the Prophecy's One Piece challenge, where, trying to create your own character in the story of One Piece. I'm going to be doing that for Tower of God. And some of the points I'm going to be talking about, and you'll see on the screen afterwards. Number 1, where do you come from? What do you desire? Your position, your group / affiliation, and something special about your character in the Tower of God universe. So I'll be talking about some of the stuff, of course, in those 5 questions, that Nia had brought up in his video. And again, like I said before, if you want to go and see his video, the original one, to kind of get an idea basically of what he's talking about, for his own character and stuff, go and check it out. And of course, subscribe to him as well, because he's kind of, carrying the Tower of God franchise over here on YouTube. So consider doing that as well. And of course, podcast Mondays, 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, make sure to do that. So first and foremost, where do you come from? I come from the outside, and by coming from the outside, that pretty much means I am an irregular. I feel like when it comes to the mysterious things about Tower of God, I think the one with the most mystery has to be the outside and like the irregulars. And I feel like that would probably be like the best case scenario for me, where it's like the tower, we have some understandings, a little bit of each character, let's say like, the 10 great families, the residents inside the tower, but the outside we barely know anything about them. And I feel like that would be kind of fitting for myself, where like people are like look at me as like a mystery. They don't know what I'm about, why I came into the tower. But it's kind of good backstory and stuff for this character. I come from the outside. I kind of have an idea of what is happening on the outside. Like there's maybe like a war that's going on between whoever the ruler is on the outside, like the god, how the fact that like Enryu is like the god messenger, or messenger of God, how you want to call that. The god on the outside is probably going crazy, something's happening, and eventually my whole family gets slaughtered, and I'm on the run, and I end up going inside the actual tower. That's my escape route. And then eventually it's like, okay, I have an understanding somewhat of why these towers were created, but I don't know exactly what's at the end of the tower. I don't know what the top prize is, whatever, if you could become an access or whatever it is. So my whole thing, number 1 being is to escape, so kind of similar to Yurik's situation. And number 2 being, I want to know what's at the top. Is there like a prize or something? Why are people on the outside, so gung-ho about these towers? So that's pretty much, my whole thing about that. And I think it kind of ties in with, what I desire, which would basically be me getting the hell out of the tower, finally going back to the outside, but at the same time finding out exactly what is at the top. Number 3, my position would be fisherman. It would be, someone who fights in close quarter combat. So someone who throws like punches, elbows, knees, kicks, even like headbutts and that kind of stuff. But the second position to kind of fit in with that, and I hope to God I'm pronouncing this properly. If I butcher it, it is what it is. Hoemioza, flame user. So someone like, Yiwa Yeon, or, the people from the Blitz family, like flame users. Because I was thinking to myself, do I go with a Jiang Sula? Do I go with someone that just does lightning? Shout out to the, the Kun family. But I feel like, fire doesn't get enough respect, I think, in this webtoon. I think it's like, we're seeing so many lightning attacks and so many like different like elements, but fire is just like, it's there and then that's it. You know what I mean? So I want to put respect on the fire abilities. So I feel like, when I'm in fights, whether it be throwing hands, kicks, whatever it is, I lay like this like burning damage onto somebody. So like it's a burning effect. So not only are you getting hit with the raw physical pain that I dish out to people, but I'm also leaving like an elemental damage on you by laying, fire attacks. And it's not even just like close quarters I can fight you. I can also do long range attacks, so in the style of like my bangs. So basically, like I would have like the Shinsu pretty much encoded in like flames, and these flames would start attacking people right after. So it'd be more of like not really to lay damage on someone, but to kind of pester them, kind of throw them out of their zone. That way, when I just swoop in and come in to attack them from close quarters, I have the advantage afterwards to even hit you, because you're kind of out of your zone because of those projectiles. So number 4 is the group / affiliation. So pretty much if I'm going to be rolling around the tower with a group, I'm going to go solo by myself, or I'm like by myself but I have ties to other people. I feel like for myself, like at the beginning, I'm going to be alone, I'll be on my own, from after floor 2 and stuff, the tests with the regulars. And then eventually, like later on, when I get to like maybe floor 20 and stuff, I eventually like make my own team afterwards. Maybe I run into someone from the outside who came in as an irregular as well, and I kind of pair up with them after. And then over time, I end up meeting up more people, you know, residents of the tower, you know, maybe people from like, you know, special families, that kind of stuff. And I kind of, you know, join up with them. We end up having like our own clique, and we eventually go up the tower. But I feel like if I had to have like a best friend, and that person would be from Wohike Song, which would kind of say right there that I have an affiliation to them with Yurik and stuff. But the person in particular would be with Hatchling, Kun Hatchling. It would be like a best friend to me in the tower from the outside. And I feel like because like my character is going to be kind of connected in a way to him, like we're similar in some ways, where it's like the second that, you know, we kind of broke off from our families, we kind of like, you know, kept our distance away from them. We don't want to talk about them and stuff, you know, kind of like adding to the mystery that, you know, something was happening with my character on the outside regarding his family, and that he's actually met someone who he can connect with because they went through something similar with their own life. And I feel like, you know, if I had to connect with anyone of that kind of, you know, traits, it would have to be Hatchling. Not to mention the fact that I love video games. Same thing with my character. So I would be in the arcades in floor 77, ramming through the forest and stuff, playing some Virtual Fighter, Dig Dug, which you see right here, like something like that, you know. And I feel like Hatchling would be the perfect person I can say as like a friend to kind of connect with the character that I'll place in the story. And number 5, we have something that is special about our character. Now, I actually have 2 things, kind of cheating with this one, but I have 2 things really. Number 1 is basically my weapon of choice, basically, and something a little different about my character, because I'm gonna fight close quarters, right, hand-to-hand combat, but I also have a weapon that I use in battle. And for those people who know about Gintama and Hunter x Hunter, with Gintama, you know, the Yato clan members, how they have like the umbrellas, they can use that as like swords, or they use it like as like shields when they open it up, and then they can fire it like a gun and stuff, right? I would use that to pretty much, you know, put my Shinsu inside the umbrella, and I would like, you know, emit it to pretty much like shoot people afterwards with it. And in the Hunter x Hunter style, if you guys know with Phaeton, I would unsheath the umbrella and have like a sword. And because I'm also a Hoimyoza flame user, I would also like pretty much encode like the sword in flames, so that way I can start attacking people afterwards with the sword. So I can use it as, you know, the umbrella as like a shield, I can use it as a gun, I can use it as like, you know, a sword, but without it being unsheathed, and then I can actually unsheath it and then use my flame abilities after with it. So that would be that. And then the other second thing is pretty much the way my Shinsu color is going to be, because I know like we've seen like, you know, Shinsu sometimes like being like different variations in colors and stuff of what's been talked about. I feel like with my character, like to kind of like showcase what my personality is like, because I'm using like flame abilities, instead of using like, you know, a normal like orangey yellow, instead of using like black, which will be like, you know, towards Amaterasu, I kind of want to use like white flames to kind of signify purity, because I feel like with fire, it's going to be something that's going to, you know, prolong over time, and I feel like it's going to be something where it's not going to stop until the thing has been incinerated. So it's kind of like, you know, suffering. And I feel like with mine, it's like purification. So if you get hit with a pretty powerful attack from me, I guess like you can say like my powerful attack will be something like Inferno Flosion. Basically, that's the name of my attack. Where pretty much it's like this enshrined like circle that after like someone's been encased in it for like 5 seconds, they incinerate right away. And the only way for this ability to work is that I have to have a certain concentration on someone with my Shinsu to allow this like circle to pretty much open up. And as soon as that circle has been able to remain in control for 5 seconds with the person inside, that person would pretty much be incinerated on the spot. But if I were to get hit or distracted or something, the attack will not do you know, any damage, or wouldn't do as much damage as it's supposed to be doing. So something like that with my Inferno Flosion. That pretty much is going to cover all the things in this video. Of course, you know, where do I come from? What do I desire? My position, my group / affiliation, and something special about me. We kind of cheated with 2, but that pretty much is going to cover this Tower of God video. Again, shout out to Naya for doing this, you know, tag video and stuff for the Tower of God create a character video. If you guys have not seen that, again, link down in the description below, and make sure to subscribe to him, as he is carrying the Tower of God franchise on a week-to-week basis, you know, with videos, with the podcast, all that stuff. And if you guys want to see more discussion videos from me in regards to Tower of God, because I don't think I'm going to do like live reactions or reviews every single week, but I may do like occasional videos once in a while. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. You want to see some Tower of God content from me, if not all the time, at least once in a while. So with that being said, like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here, and please Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What kind of character would you create in the Tower of God universe, and how exactly would they be able to fit in, you know, with their, you know, where they come from, if they're from the tower or not, you know, what their desire is, you know, their position in combat, that kind of stuff. And last thing I want to say as well, the character's name, because I felt like I didn't do this with the last one, and I'm going to kind of take it away from the last video I did for the One Piece one, where my character's name is Sakuza. So instead of having like, you know, like full name or whatever it's there, character's just name is Sakuza. So that's about it. So Commodore Laz signing off. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care.